Welcome everybody to today's Creators Live. Thank you all for joining us, especially those of you who have your cameras on. My name is Brian. I am your host as always. Today we have a really amazing show for you guys. A lot of cool stuff to talk about. Before we get started, as always, those of you who are new, I want you to have your cameras on. This is a community effort. We're here to serve you and to make sure that we can deliver you the best value. And the way we can do that is by having you with your camera on. It makes it easier for you to engage with us and vice versa. So if you are currently on the list of attendees, Alan, Bonnie, and Kenneth, we're going to promote you to panelist. Please accept that, and that's how you can join us on video. So everybody, John, someone's name is HH, Amon, J. Smith, Kyle, Tracy, Asfa, Bonnie, Kenneth, all you guys, I need those cameras on. Let's see if we can end the year with a full camera session today. If you guys can do that for me, that would be really amazing. And I want to, while people are getting connected and getting set up here, I want to do something a little bit different. We're not going to talk about your wins from this last week. I want to kind of go around the room and have you guys introduce yourselves and what you've accomplished in this last year. We're at the end of the year. This is the last Creators Live, episode 96. This is the last Creators Live of 2022. I shouldn't have ended the sentence like that. Last episode of 2022, going into 2023, and I want to hear and I want to see what you guys have accomplished since joining us earlier this year or even the year before. So on my screen here, I've got Victor Rubio in the #1 spot. Victor Rubio, you know, tell everybody, maybe those of you who are new, introduce yourself. What do you do? What's your business name, and give us a little bit of a rundown of what you've accomplished this last year.
Oh, wow. Okay. Hi, everybody. Hope everybody's having a happy holidays. So Victor Rubio, the company is RGB Commerce, and we provide turnkey e-commerce solutions with product on demand for a lot of different brands. So we do direct to film, we do sublimation, and we do embroidery. And it's just been a great year and accomplishment. Well, we added embroidery this year, which was really good. And if you can hear the machines running in the background, that's always a pleasant sound.
Yeah.
And you know, just it was a really great December. And so all arrows are pointing up, and we're happy about that. So that's where we are. Thank you.
Awesome, love it. Next on my list, thank you for sharing. Next on my list is Valerie. I know you just walked away from the phone there. Valerie, give us a rundown of what you've accomplished this last year and give us a little bit of information about your business.
Hello. So my accomplishment this year is that I launched my business officially, named Vest Girl Designs, LLC. Prior to that, I was a crafter.
Right.
Invested in my direct-to-garment printer and spent the year learning my printer and trying to master the skill. I'm working on the pre-treat area, have had jobs in between. And so I'm excited about where I've gone so far and where I plan on continuing to go with the help of people like Edgar and others. And I especially want to thank Dennis for the information that he shared last week with ASI, because I looked into that. And so now I am a member of ASI. So want to give that acknowledgement. So, and I'm just excited to be here.
Thank you so much for sharing. Let's move on to Michael and Yvonne.
Actually, it is Michael's business, but we work at it together. Our business name is The T-Shirt Drawer, And we have acquired a couple more OmniPrint pieces of equipment. And we have had the honor of being able to help some other people that were in a bind.
Yeah, I do want to, give them a little bit of a shout out. You guys always reach out to me whenever you guys come in contact with people who need assistance. You always let me know, give me all the information, give me the rundown. So I do appreciate that as well. Next up is Dennis, Mr. Dennis.
There we go. Well, my business is, I'm Dennis Hubble. I go by DJ. You call me Dennis, and that's my dad's name. I'm DJ. But Brian always likes to call me Mr. Dennis, so it's very awkward. But we're H&H Designs. I was traveling around the world working for the automotive industry, got out of that and decided I don't want to travel no more. Bought our first machine at the beginning of the year, didn't get it till like May, got up running July, August, and I just tried calling you, Brian. Then I realized it's Creators Live. I got to get down in the basement. But our machine's going to be here Friday, so we need to schedule a trade. It'll be delivered on Friday. We bought a second machine, DTF. Now we're buying direct to garment. It's been great, amazing. Just made a deal with a company and might get my first sale of 250 jerseys right here. I don't have to touch, make a couple $1,000 enough, touch nothing. ASI, great, cooked up with this company, but it's just been fantastic. I mean, it's the OmniPrint, like I said before, we do a lot of business that doesn't concern the OmniPrint equipment, but that's what gets us in the door. That's what gets us, nobody else can do what we do, and the turnaround time. What else was I supposed to say? I can't remember.
No, I think you covered it. Thank you so much for sharing. Okay. Let's hear from Ron. I know, Ron, you have had a very eventful year. Give us a little bit of a rundown for those in the group who don't know you. Let us know what you're all about and what you've accomplished this last year.
Hey, Brian, thanks a lot for having me. Wow, what a year this has been. Ron Etheridge, my wife Deb, and I, we run our business, R&D marketing, and part of R&D marketing is the back end for our foundation that we do, giving back to veterans in need in our area. So my business actually produces stuff for the foundation, and we take it off and go. This has been one heck of a year for us. You talk about growth. Oh my gosh. I thought just when I bought the first 330TX Plus that I was doing great. But when I got that second one, it just multiplied and blew up. Business has been really great. December has been slammed. I mean, literally, I was working last night finishing up stuff. We worked into Christmas Eve. I think it was till like 9:30. We were still cranking. Hey, keep it quiet.
Right on.
We were still cranking. So we do sublimation. We started out in sublimation 14 years ago. That was our mainstay for the longest time, and then we added the direct to garment the right way this time. We all make those mistakes. You try to do it the cheap way and it don't work. So and it has just been really good for us. And we've got people backed up already for January, because we just had to put new orders on hold and say, let us get through Christmas. Let us get through the holidays, and then we'll pick up your big orders and start to run. So it's been good.
Love it. Thank you for sharing, Ron. Let's hear from Bonnie. Bonnie, thank you so much for joining us today. Tell us a little bit about yourself and share a win that you've had this last year. What have you accomplished?
Well, my accomplishment was I'm new. So I'm new to the group. I just purchased. So I purchased everything from my DTG. I purchased from my DTF. I have to thank Dennis as well for the information for ASI. So I signed up with ASI.
Yeah.
So right now I'm just putting everything together because I'm ready for February, mid-January, just to start running.
Love it. Thank you for sharing and thank you for joining us. Scotty, let's hear from you, Mr. Scotty.
Hey, So, Scotty Ryder. I own Anchor Apparel Company. Me and my wife started it 3 years ago in our home garage with a 6-color manual press, and now we've grown to about a 4,200 square foot space. And we were heavy on screen print for the first couple of years. Online store was hard to handle, because we do a lot for the United States Navy. I'm active duty Navy. I retired in 9 months, so we started it kind of as a plan to grow it before I retired. And it blew up, which, I mean, we had access to the government side of the house, so it was pretty sweet. But the hardest thing we were dealing with for the first couple of years was that online push we made for a certain, item that didn't maybe sell but 20 or 30 units. And it just didn't make much sense to set up an auto press to run that. So we decided to get the DTG a year ago, and very happy with DTG. The process is not near as fast as screen print as far as once it's all set up and running, but having no setup was huge. Then we found the direct to garment shirts from District, which were huge because then it kind of took us out of having to do the pre-treat. We just heat press and rolled on. But now, 2 months ago, we bought our DTF.
Yeah.
And if everybody on here, if you guys don't have this DTF printer that OmniPrint's got right now, I am telling you, you're working way too hard. We are interested probably getting an i2. The 330TX Plus is great, a little slower. That i2 with the dual print heads is going to be a big deal, right? So we want to add that to our arsenal in the shop. We're running out of space now. We're looking for commercial space to grow into a bigger one, but I couldn't be more happy with that DTF printer. I think it really changes the game. Not only does it change the game as far as what you do in your online store, if you got Amazon fulfillment, FBA, whatever you're doing, Etsy, whatnot, it's a big deal when it comes to you design something and you're not sure it's going to hit or not. Are you ready to print 10, 20, 30, and then you just put the films on standby, so we print 30 films for a certain garment. When we first release it, surely we'll sell 10 or 20, but you're always ready. So you come in that day, you take the shirt out, you heat press it, boom, and you're rolling on. Your garments per hour is absolutely just nuts with the DTF printer, and it prints so fast. I couldn't tell you guys how happy I am with that machine. I mean, this is my first time on Creators Live, and I really just want to get on here and say thanks. Thanks for that machine. I'm telling you, I think that there's a lot of people out here that could be extremely successful buying 2 or 3 of those things, and that's it. No screen print, no nothing. So anyway, yeah, I'm very happy. We've tripled our business size over the last 3 years. I'm extremely comfortable to be stepping out of the Navy in September and retiring. And OmniPrint definitely has its staple on our business and what we've accomplished over the last 12 months. And I'm really excited to see what we can do this full year with DTF. Even when it comes down to people buying transfers, we're making a plan to do a do-it-yourself tees kind of deal website. We'll launch it here soon, and maybe do a DBA for that. But
right on.
But yeah, just to let everybody know, if you guys haven't got that DTF printer, I can promise you right now, it's worth its weight in gold.
Thank you so much for sharing, Scotty. I appreciate you coming on, and I hope you join us for more sessions. We'd love to see you as a regular. And our last one before we transition to our special guest that we have for today, let's hear from Mr. Rodolfo. You have your hand raised. Let's tell us all about it. Give us your name, business name, and what you've accomplished this last year.
Hey guys, my Ona, and everybody knows me as Rudy. I've been in the industry since 2016, and my business name is American Republic Apparel. I started off direct to garment, sublimation, and screen printing. I did dabble in some DTF and just to feel the vibe of it and everything, which, it was pretty good, very interesting. And I saw that it's going to be something big. And so I decided to buy a new DTF from OmniPrint. I bought me the new printer and I'm loving it. I did a soft opening and wow, it's great. To the point where my whole business is totally going to revamp itself. I used to do screen printing, like I was mentioning, and the other ones, but as of today, I'm letting you guys know I am completely done from all of that, and I'm just going to focus nothing but DTF.
Wow.
I am predicting the sales to go really high this year, so I'm looking at maybe going to get another second printer. I'm just going to be the middleman, pretty much. It's less headaches. Don't have to deal with it. I'm a veteran-owned business. I am part of organizations where they're my customers. I do have schools. So it's amazing. Being just like everybody here in the industry, this DTF it's a beautiful machine. But what I love about it is they're just down the street from my house. I live in Anaheim, California. So if I need anything, it's just right there, right? I known Victor for many years and his wife for many years. And, there's other printers out there, but that print pretty good, whatever. But the quality is what counts. And OmniPrint's qualities, you can't beat it. It's just no way. And I was doing a stretch test with my son, and he's like, I go, just tear it apart. Let's see if you can. And it's beautiful. But the moral of the story is, because of this machine that I'm loving and just working on it, it's
did we lose him? I think we lost him. Well, thank you so much for sharing, Rodolfo. We'll get right into our main content for today. Let's bring on Mr. Victor Pena. All right, let's get you the mic.
All right. Thank you, man. Crushing it. What's up, everybody? What's going on? What's up? All right, let me see. All right, a lot of new faces on here. What's up, Scotty? Michael, Yvonne. Hey, first off, dude, thank you, Scotty, for your service. Rudy, all of you guys that are active or retired from the military, man. You guys, thank you so much for all those sacrifices that you guys do. I really appreciate it. We're really big into our troops, so that's something that I really admire a lot. So thank you guys that you're in that service. All right, so I have a few things. Okay, so I wanted to jump on here with you guys today because I wanna make sure that we're all in the right mindset for 2023, and I'm gonna share like 3 main things that I use and that I've been using, and then I tell some of my coaching people and that I train on how they can kind of use these techniques, and that's what this show is about. This show is about us recapping the wins that we have, us being a community, okay, and also sharing it with each other. Where are those wins? For example, you guys are starting to connect with each other. You guys are starting to share wins, share how you guys are making it happen, and that's the main intention of this. Okay, this year was really great for some people, and this year is really rough for some people. Okay, and what I want you guys to think about is what you guys start thinking is what you end up doing, and those are the results that you end up having, right? So, for example, there's mention of recessions out there, and the reality is, I want you guys to have a different mindset. Because if you have a winning mindset about what's coming, then you'll chase that. So for example, we're choosing to grow and to scale and not participate in any negativity with economy and all that, right? But there's tricks to that. So this is not my first rodeo, and I want to make sure that I pour into you guys so that we're ready to go, right? So, you know, we're phased. Our industry, for you guys that are new to the industry, our industry typically grows through recessions, all right? Because maybe you can't afford that Rolex anymore, but you can afford like cool t-shirts and promotional products, all right? So, but we have to do some intentional things as organizations so that we can lean in to that growth, okay? And the number one thing I want you to think about is that the way that we have done things in the past needs to tweak and it needs to change so that we can grow into the future, right? So the first tip I want you guys to think about is, and if you could possibly have this done before the new year, that's going to be important. Like for example, and this is about goals and targets. Okay, my wife and I, we spent 2 days together setting up goals and targets ahead of the new year, so that we could be ready and we could be better leaders. All right, and why do we want to set goals and targets? Because we don't want to start a year with no mission. Okay, so I'm going to give you like one tactical things about that. You want to do that for your business. The way you set goals and targets for your business is you want to look at what you did in 2022 and make sure that you print that out, and then you schedule some percentage of growth when it comes to revenue, and you figure out what that growth is for you. Typically, you want to use like your best month of 2022 and then add your growth percentage to that, right? What does that do? It gives your mind some way, some target to go when it comes to your goals, okay? So, sales projections. The other reason I want you to think about that, even if we only have a few more days, is that it's gonna make you look at your books and it's gonna make you look at your tax implication. Like don't go through these last few days without making proper investments, moving money if you need to lower your tax bases, right? That's another thing of planning, okay? And I tell you guys this because it's typically stuff that I was so busy that we couldn't do when we started the business, and now we focus on planning, and we typically start in October. We go heavy November and heavy December on it, okay? So how many of you guys, let's see, Michael, Scotty, Ken, how many of you guys have goals and targets for next year? Raise your hand. All right, Scotty, can you share how you did it?
Hey, Victor. So our goals, what we do is we do quarterly goals. So instead of annual, I think quarterly keeps us pushing harder, more consistently. Because last thing I want is my employees at the 6th month of the year be like, hey, we met our goal. Like, no, that's an ever moving target. So
Yep.
every quarter we set a goal. A lot of times most of the time we hit it. Sometimes we don't, and we incentivize our employees when we hit those goals. And that's something that I think business owners really, you got to do, right? Because you own it. Nobody cares about it as much as you do. And your employees, you want to make them care, incentivize the work. And I'm telling you, it pays tenfold. So into our next quarter, our goal is 250,000 for the quarter. And that's a hard line. If we don't hit that, we're just not happy.
Yeah, I love that. So that's a great way to go. And there's one key point that he mentioned, which is true. It's an ever moving target. You have to keep setting growth targets every time so that your team knows, hey, all right, we did it. What's next? All right. And you want to do that personally, professionally, and also if you guys have partners, get with your partner and get an alignment of the goal so that you guys can keep pushing together. All right. So that's really important. Don't let the last day of the month come on December and figure out that you have to pay a whole bunch of taxes and you didn't move that money. Okay. what we do, and I just share what I do. What I do is I look at most of you guys know that I work and then I invest in real estate, right? And then I buy equipment. And when it comes to the end of the month, of the last month of the year, you want to move that money because you have two options. You either put it in an investment, put it in equipment, or guess who gets it? Uncle Sam gets it, okay? Bottom line. So I want to make sure that your goals and targets are based on that so that you can continue to grow, okay? I'd rather you invest than, pay the government. And I told you from my experience, we paid way too much in taxes for too many years before I learned the game. And now my job is to share the game with you guys to save you that, okay? So the second thing, and I started hammering this really hard during COVID, but I'm gonna continue to beat you guys upside the head with it. Be online, go online. If you guys are not online taking orders, you're leaving a lot of money on the table for a few reasons, right? Number one, as you guys know, there's some people that no longer want to talk to a human, and that's okay, all right? And you're missing, if you say, hey, call me or email me to place your order, a certain percentage of those people are going to go where they have the most seamless experience to order and buy from you. And that's just real, okay? That doesn't substitute your walk-ins and your people that you know and all that stuff, but you're missing the game if you guys are not online, all right? We have a lot of tools here to help you guys. If you guys are not online, make sure that you guys let us know so that we could help you, give you some direction. So raise your hand if you're not online. All right, Michael, Ken, and it's okay. The number one step to making changes is to acknowledge where you're at, right? And my job's to kind of mentor you and push you into seeing where the market's going before it gets there. You gotta slide to the puck, all right? Slide to the puck because and then you hit it. That's like that's how you get to it. Okay, so make sure that you guys reach out. Whatever help that you guys need to get online, because there's one thing that I've been seeing when I interview people and I interview the people that are winning. Scotty touched on it. The localized mini fulfillment center that's going to be growing from this market of DTF. Like there's huge brands like Amazon, Walmart. Guess what they're after? They're after their order reaching you like tomorrow. And if they can, the same day. What's going to happen is that all the fulfillment centers, which is you guys, it's going to go from the huge places to smaller individual fulfillment center that could deliver in your town. Okay? But guess what? If you're not online to be able to take that order in a seamless way, then that's going to hurt you. You're not going to be considered. All right? So get in front of it. My vision for the future, guys, is to do a deal with one of these guys, Amazon, Walmart, whoever's the biggest player out there, and then send you guys the jobs and not only get you machines, but send you orders and all that. In order for you guys to do that, you gotta be online. All right, it's a big play, but we have thousands of you guys out there, and imagine we could be the biggest network of people printing out there, delivering same-day products, right? And there's a lot of people that are winning with mini fulfillment centers right now, right? But customer experience is really, really important, okay? I don't want you guys to suffer when the train goes, all right? So feel free to reach out. We'll reach out. Brian's taking notes. We'll reach out to see whoever needs help, and then see if you guys need a done-for-you type of program instead, because I know you guys are busy as hell. All right, so another thing that I've been leaning into that's going to help you is to do the work. All right, I know it seems simple, but a lot of the times we get ready to do the work, and we don't actually do the work. It's like, have you ever guys seen somebody that looks really sporty, but instead of going to the gym, they got dressed up with gym clothes and then they went to Starbucks instead? All right, that's that. A lot of people do that in business, and then they don't do the work. Okay, and sometimes I catch myself because I was the biggest. Hey, I need the right shoes to go to the gym. Otherwise, I'm not gonna look good. All right, and the reality is, what matters is getting in there, doing the work, and leaving. Okay, so do the work, and otherwise, it's gonna be hard for you. Okay, all right. Any questions so far on these first two? Ken, did you have some questions? You look like you have some questions right there.
Kenneth Griggs. I'm the new kid on the block.
I love that, man.
I'm just starting out, and I'm working my second job. I got a second project that I'm working on, and it's a learning curve. And the little changes I went through, and that just taught me to deal with it before I reach it later on. And I want to thank all the people that was working with me. They know who they are.
Super good to have you here. We're here to help you. This community is here to help you guys, and we want to make sure that you guys lean into each other, lean into us, because I'm telling you guys, if you're not catching the waves, putting yourself in this growth pattern, if you're not winning, that's fine, all right? But let's lean into accepting where we're at, and then also leaning into the people that are winning, because everybody here wants to share and wants to help you guys. We want to do that. I share exactly what I've done, what I do, so that you can win. There's enough business for all of us, and then that's why we're building this community out to help you guys, okay? All right, the third thing that I want you guys to consider, okay? And a lot of you guys are doing this very well already. We can keep doing that, okay? You gotta lean in to your customers that you already have, all right? You gotta lean in further, and that's something that I'm pushing here, and I'm gonna be like a hungry dog on the back of a meat truck in my organization, because what happens, the last 10 years, it's been easy on an upswing for a lot of businesses, for a lot of people, right? So you have an abundance of customers. What happens is you should be doing this all the time, but you get you get overfed, okay? And you get lazy. But leaning into your customers means staying in front of them, okay? If you haven't been sending them emails, make sure you're doing that. How many of you guys got an email from us today? How many of you guys got 12 emails? Hit the list. We hit the list. So the idea is staying in front of you guys with value. So you might be needing something, and that email or that show that you attend is going to help you, right? So the other thing is, make sure that the Kuftiks do this really well. They have repeat customers. And, they're getting referral business. They're asking for referrals. Hey, who do you know? Community referrals. That's what leaning into the customers are. Calling them up and saying, hey, I know your past orders. I know a lot of people here, they're also challenged. Are you calling your past orders, or did you forget about them? Okay. Are you saving the email list of your orders, or are you doing it in a piece of paper? And then it kind of ends up in a pile, and then you forget about it, right? You don't have a system, you don't have a CRM to save your customer information. You want to make sure you lean into that, because that's going to help you grow. That's going to help you into that, okay? And also, those are the main three things. I didn't want to inundate you guys with stuff. Recap, the goals and targets are super important. It's what we do every single year. It's what successful people do so that they know where they're headed, okay? Man, Mike, I love your hair. I need to do that. Look at that, looking like a genius over there. I love that. Or where was I? Okay, the number 2, getting online. Okay, I'm gonna continue to kill you guys on this. And then number 3, lean into your customers, stay in front of them, and make sure that they know that you're still there, and then ask them for that reorder. All right. All right. Now the last thing is, when it comes to the community, and when it comes to networking and education, all right, the number 1 investment that you guys can do, and it's not machines, the number 1 investment that you guys can do is your own education, courses, whatever that you can get your hand on that will shorten that learning curve. I think, who was it? I think Valerie has a learning curve that she got through, all right? So the main intention is, can you, everything has a learning curve, okay? I don't care if you're doing whatever kind of business, marketing, printing, whatever, okay? And everything has a learning curve, but your option is, can you shortcut it with an investment and save yourself that time and make more money? For example, what I do now is, let's say I want to grow into something, or I want to do something big. Then what I'll do is I will find that individual or that company that's doing it big where I want to be at. And then I reach out and I say, hey, do you do mentorship? Do you do trainings? What can I do to shortcut and get to that level, right? So community, education, investment in yourself, especially if you have surplus cash in these last few days, man, get rid of it and invest it in yourself, so that you can grow instead of giving it to Uncle Sam, and that's super important. Okay, I'll get to some Q&A too, and connect with each other, guys. Connect with each other, network with each other, and if you have a job that is really far from you, somebody needs it, outsource it. Outsource it to your partners. They'll do the same. Start collaborating more with each other, and you'll start figuring out how other people are winning, and then you'll notice that they're friendly to share how they're doing it, because we all want each other to win. All right, so let's take some Q&A, and then I wanna bring up the team after that, so you can see who's behind all this stuff. Nobody does things alone. Every single Wednesday for you guys, and so you know, I don't do this alone. The team's really committed to doing that, and we're gonna continue to grow it. All right. All right. Who's got some questions? Rudy, talk about fulfillment, how to become one. Man, you look smart with those glasses.
Man, I'm telling you, just reading into like small little details. I just turned, it's like one day after the other, I'm like, oh my God, I can't see. So yeah, it's an investment.
Yep. All right. So what was your question?
As I don't know if you heard, you probably did. I'm totally revamping my business.
Yep.
I'm staying away from screen printing, DTG, and all that good stuff, and I just want to focus nothing but DTF. My ultimate goal is to become like the big boys that are out there. I won't mention their names, but that's the ultimate goal. Can you give me some advice on how to reach that goal?
Yeah, for sure. So the first thing I want to make sure you guys, I know it's a big thing, right? But you guys will be the next big fulfillment center, okay? Because that's where it's gonna go. That's where it has to go. All right. Big shops are gonna rely on a lot of small shops. Okay. So the first thing, Rudy, is you have to automate the way that you're receiving orders. All right. That's the number one thing that is gonna be your bottleneck. So make sure that you lean into Edgar. He's got like 15 years experience in fulfillment, and can help you set it up from 0 to 100. Okay, that's going to be the number one. Think about the fastest customer experience. People want to go in, upload their image, they want to pay you, they want to give you the quantity, and then your printer doesn't care. you could scan a barcode and it's going to print all your orders in the roll. All right. If you're not leaning into that, then I wasted all my nerdy engineering money and building
Well,
that.
that's the ultimate goal. I got as you know, I got the printer now.
Yep.
Just actually, I was going to reach out to Edgar to actually give me a call. I think he's listening to me now.
Yep.
If he could just give me a call and we could discuss that automation thing, because I am online and I do have a service provider, but I kind of want to change that up as well too.
Yeah, for sure. And remember, the stuff that we have is built for your equipment, right? So keep in mind, if you're, let's say you get 10 orders, when you scan the barcode on your printer, it's gonna organize all those 10 orders in your film and send them all at once. And that's literally gonna save you a ton of time, okay? So make sure you lean in. Edgar's saying he's having a group fulfillment meeting tomorrow. There's the link. And you guys can talk shop right there. Show up for that, and then he's helping you with that right away. Any of you guys that have challenges with fulfillment, with processing your orders, or anything like that, feel free. We have all these resources for you guys. Okay, good question, Rudy. I'll be excited to see that live. And as a matter of fact, I want to make sure that we help you do that, and then we send out a huge blast when you launch it.
Yeah, because I'm predicting, as it is, I'm already getting customers, and I just did a soft opening, and I'm predicting to get my second printer by the middle of the summer.
All right, let's go. We're gonna help you do that. All right, let's see. Michael and Yvonne, you guys are next. You got your hands raised.
Hey, Vic.
Hello.
The one thing that we wanted to share with you about goals and all, we're the ones you've been beating up about getting online.
Yes, I have. No, you're not the only ones though, so it's all good.
Yeah, but our plan is to take all of the help that you have extended, and we're going to become very good friends with Edgar next year.
Let's go. I love that. And think about it like this. You guys already do great with grassroots like order. Most people struggle with that, right? Imagine if you add a easier customer experience component to it. You guys are gonna blow it up. I know you are, especially with that hair.
He was so worried too. He was like,
good.
"Oh my God, look at my hair. He hasn't had time to cut it."
I like it. It's in, so you're good. You know how things come back in and out, so you're in a good cycle there with that hair. All right, let's see. Any other questions? Let's see who's got their hands up. Ron, what's up? What do you got going on? Looking all cool over there with your hat backwards.
Hey Vic, how you doing?
Good, man. What's up with your website?
Matter of fact, I'm in that right now. I'm getting ready to push that thing out live right now.
Oh, look at that. Yeah. Give Ron a big round of applause.
We have been literally, we have been swamped, which is a good thing. We finished the year out very strong. Our last 6 months has been really great. So the website is ready to go. I'm pushing it out. And then my final piece is when I link up with Edgar is getting work tied into my website here in the next couple of days so it can start to function and do its thing.
I love it. Awesome. All right. Let's see. Rye Beats. What's up, Rye? Where are you at? I don't even see him. He's hiding? Oh, maybe he's on the other. Oh, there he is. We're gonna promote you to panelist. Tracy, we'll go to Tracy and then Rye. Accept the panelist thing so we could bring you up. Tracy, hey, Tracy.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm doing well. I could be better, but I'm sick, so I'll get better.
Okay. All right.
I've been teaming up with Michael and Yvonne to get the DTX printed. I
Oh,
love working with them. They're great.
Right Beats was asking, the Omni DTF width is 15 inches wide. Are you gonna make something bigger, like 24? Okay, so I'll give you some back end, right? A lot of the 24-inch printers, the reason why we decided to build a 14 and a half printer is because of the size, okay? In order to make the engine wider, you're gonna have to have a huge printer that doesn't fit a huge oven, 220. So it wasn't smart for us to start that way, especially when most of the customers are printing like 12 inches wide, maybe 14 inches wide by 16, right? And so you have some jumbo prints and stuff like that people want. So and he's asking if we're gonna come up with a bigger printer. So we have a bigger printer in the works, but we're gonna skip the 24 because I just didn't see a point to where let's say the 24-inch printer has only 22 inches of printable area, okay? You can't do a big image side by side anyways. So now you're wasting a whole bunch of film, you're wasting a whole bunch of shop space and all that stuff. So it wasn't ideal. So we're gonna go to 32 so that you can do like a good 15-inch image next to each other and flip it like that. So I don't know when it's gonna be out. You know, we have to. We're still in the ideation phases of that. But yeah, most standard fulfillment prints are below 12 inches. So what do you guys print your normal images, Michael?
Usually around 11 inches.
Yeah, around 11 inches. Yeah. So
Bigger shirts get bigger graphics.
Yeah, exactly. And if you're doing bigger, like bigger jumbo prints, guys, remember to charge for them. All right. If you have the capability of doing it, remember to charge extra because that's important. Most standard prints are around that 10, 11, 12. Okay. So if you have a new customer, they're like, hey, this person down the street does this huge image and they do it for cheaper, then you could tell them like, hey, yeah, go over there. So they could do it cheaper. All right. Okay. Let's see. What's another question? Let's see. Valerie, Huntsville, Madison, Harvest, Alabama, local support group. This is your support group, Valerie, every week. But yeah, if there's anybody in Alabama.
I mean, just us getting together. I know I
Yeah.
have you guys on Wednesday.
Yep, and anybody in Alabama, we'll ask.
Just wondering.
Yeah. What's up, Rye? I see you now. It's all good. You know, Rye's a good dad, so he's hanging out with his son. All right, let's see. 2 to 3% orders are 12 to 14 and a half wide. All right, that's good data. All right, what else we got? All right, Matt, you're next. How are you, man?
I'm good.
Awesome.
I'm kind of new. I've had my machine for a while, but I've just got it all working. What is a good amount of t-shirts to have on stock?
That's a good question. So number one, I really implore you to take Edgar up on his fulfillment course tomorrow that he's doing for free at 9. But think about it like this. There's I don't know if Edgar you have some resources, but you want to have a limited amount of colors, okay? Because you want to tighten that offering for direct to garment or direct to film at the beginning, because your top sellers are going to be black, white, ash, navies, probably going to be your top colors. And then you get into like your size ratios in the States are like any small to 2x, maybe 3x depending on some parts of the country, but maybe limited at 2x at the beginning. And then just look at your volume. Do a couple of each. You know, 2 or 3. Edgar's saying 2 or 3, and you know, that way you're not focused so much on a heavy expense of your blanks. You're better off with print on demand. It's better to sell first, have a little bit wider delivery time. You know, 48 hours, something like that, 72 hours, because you're still gonna beat like your bigger fulfillment centers anyways. All right, so
Yeah, I got like, well, a lot of my customers are event coordinators. And it seems like they don't know what they need to the last minute. And it's like, yeah, I need 50 red t-shirts.
yeah, yeah, exactly. So now it's your problem instead of theirs, right?
Yeah. So that's what I'm dealing with one of mine. But the good thing about it is she's like, she does weddings, events, and she needs t-shirts like a lot. I mean, it's like
Okay.
50 every time. It's hard to, well, like you said, I was thinking if I was going to buy t-shirts, it's mainly going to be like black, probably the black and white, and then maybe, like you said, the blue and the maybe the off gray, like a gray. And if she wants, well, I think hers was red print, so black t-shirts would have worked fine. But
so what, you know, one thing I can't tell before, because I wanna, there's probably somebody here that's already or handled that challenge, but one out of the box thing, and Edgar can cover it tomorrow in more depth because he's done it before. When you have, let's say you have this kind of client, all right, so you wanna level up that service offering to match it. It doesn't mean put in your money and have that inventory on your dime. You could say, hey, by the way, I have a service where if you want to pre-buy a case of your top colors for your weddings or whatever, I'll hold it here, and then I'll charge you when I print it. But you got to cover that inventory, and you know, then you can get into like storage and picking fees that you know, you could do. Or just leverage that opportunity of them being unorganized and then create an offer for it. That's something unique. Just, I don't like inventory, right? I don't like it. The other thing you could do is who's your nearest source mill to you, and then that'll start leveraging that, and leverage that in your marketing and in your offering. Hey, you know what? My inventory is 24 hours away. I need you to give me 72 hours. You know, that way people know. You could do that in your communication too, right, to your customers. And then they start knowing, reducing the stress from you and putting the accountability back on the customer.
all right, cool.
Yeah. Anybody else dealt with that or have a solution that you guys used?
Well, you know, Vic, we're lucky because you know, we have a stocking warehouse, Alpha Broder, within 15 minutes of us. So I don't have to keep a huge inventory. You know, I'll have, you know, I may have 10 of this, 10 of that, or whatever. But yeah, you nailed it. Find the closest supplying place and warehouse that's close to you, because, you know, you may be able to get something within a day, 1 day shipping. So, and that's really good. But yeah, we do it. Most of our stuff, I can call an order in 9 o'clock in the morning. By 11 o'clock, I can go pick it up.
Yeah, that's awesome. Alpha Broder, Sandmore, which happened to be connected to our system as well. So,
yes.
So yeah, great point. All right, let's see. Any other questions? See, Tracy. Did we get Tracy? I think we got everybody. All right.
Jamie has a question.
Oh.
Yeah, no, just to weigh in on that. You know what's a lifesaver sometimes for me? Michael's. The store, the craft store, Michael's, they sell gilding and they're about $4. They're not that expensive. They're not the Bodek and Rhodes prices or TSC prices, but Michael's craft stores sells regular t-shirts and regular colors and all sizes. And they usually have, if you have a Michael's store, they've been a lifesaver.
Okay, and are you normally like upcharging that customer though?
Yeah, no, because that's most of the time that's the same day. Most of the time that's the same day, next day. So yeah, they're paying a premium price regardless of what. Yeah, when I can source it a Bodek or to any one of the bigger distributors, those are the people that are probably paying a little cheaper. It's the people that same day, like we get a lot of Amazon orders and sometimes there's next day orders, and that's when we just they pay a next day premium fee for that. So.
Awesome. Yeah, that's a good tip too. Yeah.
I suggest to people a lot, know when your cutoff time is for your vendor. We use SNS a lot and their cutoff time is 4:30. So my big customers know if you want something quick, you better have an order to me before 4:00 in the afternoon, because I can generally get that order the next day. So my suggestion to everybody is whatever vendor you use, make sure you know what their cutoff time is for next day ordering.
I love it. Yeah, great point. Yeah, like start training your customers to be better customers, guys, and then raise your prices when you don't have good customers that you like, and then you'll notice the good ones will pop in, right? So that's my advice. So before we wrap it up, guys, I want to bring in the team over here to say farewell to 2022 and say hi to 2023 for you guys. Really grateful for all you guys here, especially you're here learning every day. What's up? Come on, guys. We fit. Yeah, we fit. We'll do it. Here's the team. All right. Come on. There you go. See all these people right here? You got Edgar, you got a lot of people, Tyrone over there. Give a big round of applause for this team. 2022. Cheers to 2023, guys. Wish you guys the best of the holidays. And you guys that still have money in your pocket, get rid of it. Get rid of it, because your taxes are going to save you, all right? Super grateful for all you guys and all the time that we spent together. We're just getting started. The number one thing you guys can do to give back to me is just be successful, work hard, and then grow your businesses so that we could take it together to the next level, all right? Have a safe New Year's, and let's roll. Happy New Year. Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Yay.
See you next year.
Don't miss out on tomorrow's free training too. Happy New Year, guys.